Elon Musk's SpaceX launch site in South Texas could soon become its own official city called Starbase.
A vote is set for tomorrow and is expected to pass in large part because the small number of residents eligible to vote include his own employees. But not everyone is on board, especially locals who are concerned about losing access to Boca Chica Beach.
NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra joins us with more on this. Marissa, good morning. So what exactly would it mean for this area to become its own city known as Starbase?
Hey, guys. So I can say that hearing the word Musktown isn't just a play on words, because when you really look at the statistics here, the people who can vote, the people who would be elected, because they're also not just going to vote on whether or not Starbase would officially become a city, they would then have to decide on local leadership. And they're currently running uncontested. So we would have a mayor and 2 commissioners, and they are all SpaceX employees. And so what we're seeing is the majority, the vast majority of the people who can even vote, and therefore the people who would make up this city, are SpaceX employees, or they are related or somehow affiliated to SpaceX. So what this means, if this does go through, which it is expected to, because again, the majority of the people voting are SpaceX employees, is that this would become a Type C municipality. And at its simplest, that would mean that they would then be able to collect taxes. They would have control over the roads, utilities. There would be its own independent fire department, police department. That is at its most simple. But of course, a lot of questions on what that would mean. This would make it easier for SpaceX to, and as Elon Musk has pointed to, it would make it easier for them to develop and grow the business and to grow their space interests. But there's a lot of people who are worried about the blurred lines between private and public and corporate interest, and especially when it comes to the fact that we have a state park around here, guys. We have a park. There's environmentalists that are concerned about if SpaceX will protect the environmentalist concerns and local interests around here, guys.
I mean, how much control would Musk actually have over the city in that area?
So we would have people who are, elected, the mayor and the 2 commissioners, that would not be Elon Musk. By the way, he is able to vote. He hasn't voted yet. But if he's going to vote, that would happen tomorrow. And so we'll be keeping a close eye on that. That would be interesting to see. But he would not himself be the mayor, or he would not take a commissioner position. However, one could argue that given that the vast majority of the city would be made up of SpaceX employees, and the mayor and the commissioners would be SpaceX employees, one could argue that Musk does still have some control, right? Because at the end of the day, he is their boss. So even though we have the mayor and the commissioners, Elon Musk would still be their boss. So I think there's a lot of questions, because this isn't really something that we have seen before, guys, at least in this capacity.
All right, Marissa Parra, fascinating stuff. Thank you so much. We know you'll stay on it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.